It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker. And I'm back, baby, I'm back. And I'm heading down to Charlotte. And I'm going to go ahead and read you these 40 things that I want to pick up today while I'm down there. So, do you got a minute? Because it's going to take a few minutes. So, here we go. Screw it. I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to take you down there with me. And when I get down there, I'm going to shoot some video. And I'm going to find those things. Stay tuned. It's going to be a hoot. Good Sunday morning. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show. And on this episode, we're going to talk about the lady that I met at the record show yesterday. I went to a big record show down in Charlotte, North Carolina. Had a great time. Didn't shoot a lot of video. I was too busy picking. The North Carolina Vinyl Picker was moving and grooving. Spent 2 hours on my feet. John Lodge is passing. Another of our music heroes has gone, and weekly pickups. And we're going to talk about WPKN, and they're out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. We're going to talk about them at the end of the show. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fantastic show. It's going to be fantastic, right? It's going to be fantastic. So I want to start off by saying I never thought in a million years that I would meet somebody at a record show or, Walmart or anywhere, and they would come up to me and say, "Hey, I watch your show. I really love your show. So keep doing what you're doing." And it happened yesterday. I was at the record show down at Charlotte, and I got a tap on my shoulder. I turned around, and a lady was standing there, and I talked to her for about, 3-4 minutes. Seemed like it should have been longer. I should have got a picture with her. I could have showed you on the show. I didn't think about any of that. I had just gotten there like about 10 minutes before she approached me, and we had a nice discussion about my show and the record show. And no, it was quick. It was brief, but I wish it could have been more. But I don't know the lady's name. I don't know anything. We didn't exchange names or anything. It was just a nice thing that she did, and I appreciate it. And thank you very much, John Lodge, the Moody Blues, the bass player. Seen them many times back in the 80s and 90s. First time I got to see them was on the Octave tour. And then I saw them several times with the orchestra back in the 80s. I saw the show in Florida. I lived down in Florida. I think I seen them 3 times down there. And after Ray Thomas passed away, I never saw him again. I would have liked to seen him. They did a couple shows after Ray passed, but I saw him with Patrick Moraz, of course. And so it's a sad day. It's a sad week. Yeah, with John Lodge passing. This is his first solo album, and this is a promo. Of course, it's a promo. It's in my collection, right? And then I got this at Mr. K's not too long ago. I was over in Asheville, and I saw this there, and I had a really good price on it. I don't know, $10, $12. And it's John Lodge, the Moody Blues. Love conquers all. And that's one thing he always said at his shows, that the music will carry on. The Moody Blues, he loved the Moody Blues. He loved making music, and he made music right on to the end. And he was on the ships. He'd go out to the rock and roll cruises and stuff. He'd go on those and perform with his son-in-law, John Davidson, who's in Yes Official. He married John Lodge's daughter. And I'm sure that they're going to be doing some kind of a reunion show or something. There's only Justin Hayward left. That's it. And Justin Hayward and John Lodge were not original members of the Moody Blues. I heard somebody mention that the other day. But they weren't original members. That would be Denny Lane of Wings. Weekly pickups. Well, I did find a few things this week. They all came in the mail. Imagine that. I haven't been out to any stores. I prefer to buy a few things online. That way I get what I really want, because my list is getting shorter and shorter of what I want to pick up. And I want to get some of the IQ CDs. A lot of the LPs for IQ are very expensive. This is Tales from the Lush Attic. And there's a guy on eBay who's selling off all his total collection. He was a big IQ, Marillion, Genesis fan, and he lives out in Nevada. And he's selling a lot of his CDs and stuff, so I've been picking them up for $5. So I picked this one up for $5. There's Peter Nichols in the band, and this is IQ, they're a progressive rock band from the second wave of prog, the neo-prog movement. This is Unifon. I finally got a copy back of Unifon. This is Nad Sylvan. There's Nad over here, right there. There's Nad, and this is Nad Sylvan's one of his first endeavors. And this is the album that Genesis didn't make. It sounds so much like Genesis. It could have fit right into their catalog. So if you love Genesis, especially Peter Gabriel Genesis, then you would love this album. It's called Unifon. It's hard to see with the glare. Sorry about that. This is an album. It's Jazuzik. I can't pronounce his name. I think it's Polish. Fripp and Collins. And this is A Scarcity of Miracles. And I had the CDR of this, and I sent it out to Stoner. And I hope he gives it a listen, because this is a King Crimson album that they didn't have with the King Crimson title. And it's fantastic. If you love King Crimson, then you're going to love this CD. So this is something you need to pick up. It's called The Scarcity of Miracles, and I got the actual CD. And then when I get an actual CD, and if I have a CDR, I'm going to send it out to my friends. Roger Hodgkin. This is his first album he did after he left Supertramp. This is In the Eye of the Storm with the hype sticker. And have another copy of this, my old copy. I put that in my store. And if you want to get to my store, all you do, there's a link down below. And Stoner's already been there. He's already bought something from me. So thanks again, Stoner, for supporting me. And then I use that money. It goes into PayPal. And then I use that to buy records, CDs and stuff. And then I bring them to the table to show all you good people out there. And I want to thank all my new subscribers. I've had about 12 new subscribers this week. I'm the little train that's going down the track, and I'm heading towards 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully I'll get there. Get the word out that the picker is looking for subs. So it's free. It don't cost anything. What else? What else is free these days? Ain't nothing free. So there you go. Roger Hodgkin with the hype sticker. Fantastic Cheap Heat record. If you're looking for something prog from the 80s or late 70s, early 80s, this might just fit your bill. It's got some great songs on here. In Jeopardy, Had a Dream, Sleeping with the Enemy. This lots of great songs on this album. This is he probably had all these songs in the can ready to go when he left Supertramp, and then they ended up on his first solo record. And then he made another solo record, then he made another one and another one. And this is probably his best. Open the Door is really good too. I need to get that on CD. It's hard to find. It's very expensive. Even on CD. Not available on vinyl. This is a band that I absolutely love. And I wish I had seen my buddy John seen them. And it's Clandid. And it's Sirius with the hype sticker. And my old copy, like I said, is in my store. I'm trying to get, where there was a hype sticker for some of my favorite albums, I'm trying to re-get them if I can. There are a lot of times these records here, they go for $5, $6. They're not expensive. So I put my other copy in my store. So if you're looking for a copy of Clandid, you don't know who Clandid are. They're a Irish band, and sometimes they sing in Gaelic. And this is Moya Brennan, who's on the cover there, and her sister is Enya. Right. The Storms of Africa, Enya. This is another Clandid album. These are their two rock albums, I would say. This one here has Bono on it, and this is Makala. And they do In a Lifetime with Bono singing. And this also has the hype sticker, and Makala is in my store as well. So both of these albums are in my store. They're well worth picking up. They're fantastic records, and I don't think you'll be disappointed if you love prog, and if you love like Renaissance or some of the bands with the Blackmore's. What's that name of that band? Blackmore something or other. And he did a couple records with a female lead singer. I think it might have been his wife. I'm not sure. And then went to the record show. And I drove down there and I had a really good time. And I found some gems. I found a few gems. So I want to go ahead and show those to y'all. And I'll show you my 45s, then my CDs. And then we'll talk a little bit about WPKN out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. I found a little information online, and there might be a couple little pictures or something on here to show you a little bit about the radio station. I found this Moody Blues 45 of Driftwood, and this is from Octave. This is the first time that I saw the Moody Blues. Mike Pinder, the original keyboard player, was on the album, but he didn't tour with him. Patrick Moraz toured with him. I'm not sure why Pinder left. John, you might know more than me. I think it was stage fright. He didn't like performing on stage or something like that. Was that the case? I'm not real sure. Leave your comments down below, people. So Driftwood, and then the B-side is I'm Your Man. And that's the Moody Blues. This one here I got from Greg Neal. Greg Neal is the guy that is in charge of the record show. And I saw this. He sells records on Discogs. And I saw this 45 on there. And I said, well, I'll just wait and I'll save the postage, even though he don't live far from me. This is Your Love is Stranger Than Mine. This is Camel. This is from the album I Can See Your Duplex From Here, or House. I Can See Your House From Here. There you go. This was a good buy. And I love Camel. That's a great progressive rock band. And I saw this on there, and I didn't figure anybody else was going to buy it. So when I got to the show, I asked Greg, and he still had it. And I went through a bunch of 45s. The guy had the whole bin of them. And so I took about a half an hour and went through them. I would like to have gotten a chair and just sat down for about an hour and looked at them all. But I wanted to get around the room some more. Donald Fagen. I love Donald Fagen and Steely Dan, and always have IGY. This is the 45 of IGY, and he had two of them for their $1 a piece. I already have one for myself, but I figure I'd pick them up in case anybody's looking for Donald Fagen. What else did I get? 50 Words of Snow, Kate Bush. I never really got into her final couple records. I never really listened to them very much. And I saw this for $3, so I picked it up. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. The picker's back. I'm back. I was only gone for a second, but it actually was more than an hour. Donald Fagen, Morph the Cat. I picked this one up there for $3. If you want to get this record, it's going to cost you some big money. And Sunken Condos is going to cost you big money too. Those two are his last two CDs. And the vinyl is north of $200. So CD is the way to go. And then Steely Dan is one of their last albums, Everything Must Go. And this one here as well. Their last couple CDs are expensive. I mean, their albums are expensive. The CDs are cheap. This is $3. And if you love Steely Dan, then you might want to think about just getting the CDs of the last couple records. And this is a concert that I saw with my nephew. And I've told this story many times. This is the one where Robert Fripp told me to take off my Pink Floyd button. I've mentioned that before. This is Thrax, and this is King Crimson. This is where Bill Bruford returned to the fold, and he played with King Crimson. And this is a fantastic record. I'm glad to have it back in my collection, and I'm going to be giving that a listen later today. That's all I picked up there as far as CDs and 45s. But I got a good size haul here of records that I picked up there. And most of these came from WPKN. And there's a guy there selling. He was from Pennsylvania, some podunk town in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere. And I guess he drove over to Bridgeport, Connecticut, where they were selling all these records. And I think they've already sold them all now. There was a bunch, like thousands, like 14, 15,000 albums or something that they were selling. It's still a 10,000 watt radio station located in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and was founded in 1963. If you go on Wikipedia, you can read all about the record station and the radio station. And they've been around a long time, and I guess they phased out all their vinyl and they just play CDs now. Or I don't know how they put their music out, but these are some of the records that I picked up there, and these were $3 a piece. So I told the guy, I said, if I pick up 10 of them, you give me a good deal? And he said, sure. So he sold me 10 of them for $25. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. You can't go wrong with that. And the picker was happy. And he spent a good hour going through like, I don't know, like 16 or 18 boxes of records. And I went through them all, and then I needed a couple more, so I went back and started at the beginning and went through another half and picked up some more. So they have numbers on them. I guess this is the numbers of how they found the record on the shelves or whatever. This was 29,593, I guess. And this is Bill Connors, and this is Jazz Fusion. And this will replace probably my original Bill Connors record of this one here called Double Up. And I'll be putting Double Up in my store. This is a fantastic jazz fusion record. And I haven't heard it in a while. It's got Tom Kennedy on bass and Kim Plainfield on drums. Oh, Bill Connors. Good stuff if you like jazz fusion. And I do. Sky 4. This was, we're going to call this one 23,648 WPKN. This is Sky 4. And again, I'll probably keep this one and look at selling my other one, because I like novelty stuff like this. This is pretty cool. And they got the sticker on the back. So I picked up the stuff that I knew I already had, but there wasn't anything there that I didn't know that I wanted. So, and this is an album called Pavlov's Dog, and this is a progressive rock band, number 12,773. This is WPKN, and this has the numbers on there, and also has the timestamp promo on the bottom. And I think I have another copy of this. So I'll see which ones I like better, and then now we'll be putting one in my store. You don't know Pavlov's Dog? This is a great band. They made another album it's called The Sound of the Bell, that actually has Bill Bruford on it. But this one is, I think, their second album, if I'm not mistaken. Pampered Mental. WPKN, 34,363. Andreas Vollenheimer, Dancing with the Lion. This is an album actually I was looking for. It was on my list. I didn't have it, and I love Andreas Vollenheimer. Been listening to him forever. Down to the Moon is probably my favorite album of his, but this is pretty damn good too. Great stuff. Cafe Jacques, 19,164. And this is produced by Rupert Hine, and Phil Collins appears on these two albums. They made two albums, Cafe Jacques did, and I have several copies of each of them. And this one has the timestamp on there, and the WPKN on there, and the number on there. And I wasn't going to leave Cafe Jacques behind. This is some good rock, 1978. So you're getting towards the end of the progressive rock train where everybody was jumping off ship, except for Genesis. They kept on going. This is a fantastic record. This is Ray Thomas, the flutist. 13,165 WPKN promo copy of Ray Thomas. Yep, from Mighty Oaks. Ray Thomas made a couple records, and the late Ray Thomas from the Moody Blues. Fantastic record. It's got the big hype sticker on there. It's got the promo sticker on there, but it's on the London Records. It's on the Threshold, which was the Moody Blues record label. It's got the punch hole. It's a great record. I need to spin that today. I haven't heard it in a while. I love both of those albums, both Ray Thomas solo records. Don Felder, of course, the guitarist who was thrown out of the Eagles. And this is his solo album he made, Airborne, with the hype sticker WPKN. And I have another copy of this I'll be putting in my store. So if you're looking for Don Felder, the guitarist extraordinaire who wrote Hotel California, and then when Don Henley told him not to play it. So it's a whole big shit show that you can read about online, how he got thrown out of the band. And he was in Charleston last year. I really wanted to go see him, but it's quite a haul for me to get over there and back. That would have been a nighttime stay over down there. This is a band number 17,151 in their catalog of WPKN. And this is Detective. I've always been looking for a copy of this. It's going to have that 80s sound. I'm sure I'm going to hate it. But it has the one and only, what's his name? Tony K from Yes. Right, it's got the promo sticker on the bottom. Timestamp. Tony K. Detective. And this is on Swan Song Records, right? Led Zeppelin's record label. And this album's called Detective. And it's going to, like I say, it's 1977, but it's the end of the prog era. It's, when things were going punk and the 80s sound was coming in hot and heavy. Rainbow. I found this one there. I don't think this is WPKN, but the last couple here were in the bins, but they don't have the numbers on there. This is Rainbow Stone Cold, UK 12-inch single that I'll probably put in my store because I'm not a big Rainbow fan. So if you're loving Rainbow, then you might want to go to my store and find this, and then I can ship it to you. So Stone Cold. I like Richie Blackmore, but I don't know. He's kind of sold out, didn't he? This one here, I was really surprised to see there. It was $3. And this is the actual OG Capricorn of Allman Brothers live at the Fillmore. Let me show you. I was shocked. When I seen it there, I'm thinking to myself, this is not going to have the pink Capricorn label on there for $3. And it was. And I didn't pick it up the first time I went. I went back, and it was still there. And I said, hey, nobody went through these records and found this one. This is not a cheap record. It's pretty expensive. And I have my other copy that I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do there. I might keep them both. I might just get rid of the other one and keep the OG. But there is a few scuffs and scratches on here. I'm going to put it through the Humming Guru and see if I can clean it up. This one here I couldn't find in Discogs. I looked. This is Steve Winwood back in the High Life. And seen Steve Winwood a long time ago. Very good show. And this has got the hype sticker, and it's a promo. And I couldn't find it in Discogs. But I'll probably keep this one and sell my other one. So if you're looking for Steve Winwood back in the High Life, which was his biggest album, there'll be a copy in my store. One more. I got two more here. Three more. This is Simon and Garfunkel. I found this one where I found the 45s, and he said $2, and I said sold. And it's like near mint inside a 2i Columbia with the hype sticker, which I was looking for, in the shrink. And great album, greatest hits. What else can you say about Simon and Garfunkel? The Best of Kayak. I found this one there in my buddy's bin where he had his records, and this is The Best of Kayak, and they're a band from the Netherlands, and I've never seen this record before. I have all their albums, but this is a best of. I'm not a real huge fan of best ofs, but for $5 I picked it up, and I'll put it with my other Kayak records, and they're really good. Royal Red Bouncer is probably my favorite album of theirs. And this one here I bought from Mike at the end of the show. I saw Mike there. He's always there. And it's got the lenticular cover. And it's got it's Satanic Magic's Request. And this is, of course, the Rolling Stones. and it has a little scratch on there. So I asked Mike to give me a discount, and he obliged and told me that if has a problem, he said it might have a little tick on there going around. But he said if it does have a skip, you can, next time you see me, just bring it back. He said, I'll give you your money back. So you can't beat that. I don't get to see Mike very often, but the next record show's coming up will be November, and that's going to be over in Clemens. And then in December, I'll be going back to Charlotte. And then in February next year, they'll be having the second show in Gastonia. So I'll be going down to Gastonia in February to see the show there. I missed the first one, which was a couple weeks ago, was up in New York. So well traveled. So now I got to go outside and do a little yard work, and I'm going to be listening to some tunes outside. So there you go. That's my haul. So I think I did pretty good. I did, considering I went down there and I really wasn't planning on, I had my list in my hand, and I wasn't planning on meeting that young lady that I met, and had a great talk with her. Wish it could have been longer. Would have been nice if I'd gotten a picture. I could have showed you, the first time I ever meeting somebody who knew my show, right? Except for family, of course. Well, that's all I got. And I will be talking to you soon. I will see you on Wednesday. I have to come up with something for Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to talk about Wednesday. Who knows? Sometimes when I'm out driving or just outside working in the yard, something will come to me and I'll jot it down, put it in my phone. I'll get back to it later. And then, yeah, that's about it. So take care. I will see you soon. I'll see you Wednesday. Support them troops, and I will see you soon. I already said that. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.